Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 11 of the Rise of Icelandic Football with HK. My name is Damien, if you don't know by now, and episode 11, yes 11, legs 11 is going to be an absolute cracker. Why is it going to be an absolute cracker, Damien? Well, we just got off a Twitch stream that was 3 hours and 46 minutes long, and if you haven't seen me on Twitch, I'm going to put a link in the description. Go follow because you can watch HK live, and where has been some absolutely amazing results. So results that have blown my mind. Results that have been a bit of a shock. There's been transfer sagas everywhere, and let's get straight into it and recap it all and then get into today's game. The first thing you see on the screen here is Serge Mbia, right? Look, Serge Mbia, I've been looking for a left mid for a long time. He came up in one of my scouts reports and was released by Tories in the French league. Being in France for so long, he did also become French nationality, which means that he is of a dual citizenship, which means he is non-foreign, so he can come in and play with non-foreign spot. As you can see by the stats, he's actually fairly quick, good determination, decent flair, good technique, and very good potential. In terms of him, in comparison to Benjamin Trumner, there's not too much, there's not too much apart from them, and being still 21, there's still room for him to develop. His contract's really cheap, and considering that we've spent quite a lot of money, if I could find Trumner in a second, considering we spent quite a lot of money in the off-season, I think this is just a smart move. As you can look, in the key areas, they're quite similar, a bit more pace and a bit more vision and a bit more physicality. But look, attacking and mentally, they're both the same sort of player. I feel like there's some potential here for Mbia to fulfill, and I feel like he can fill it at the club. I did like the 14 determination. I do like his crossing. His dribbling's okay. The main reason we also did this, of course, as well as, it won't show me here, but he played a couple cup games for us, including the cup final, which we'll get to in a second, and he performed very well. I think he had an average match rating of 8.3, which means it's a quite hallmark to the, quite a little hallmark to judge off what we could get in him. My scouts also say, I don't know if my coach says it, but my coach would say he's very consistent. So I like consistent players, like Isberg, consistent, bangs it in all the time, always gets plays good. Speaking about Isberg, wow, we've got some transfer offers. As you can see, here we go. Silvio Ragnoli, our key man, had 6 offers on stream and still some more going, and people are flying offers in for 1.2 mil for him. Now, of course, we've only had him for 6 months, and his value is 475k. I want 15 mil. I want his release fee, right? If they're not going to give me his release fee, I don't care. In terms of dealing with this right now, I'm not. I'm very excited about today's games. I will get to that in a second. Don't worry. Isberg has had multiple offers. I had a chat with him because he kicked up a little bit of fuss that he wanted to leave. And I said, look, what would keep you here? And he goes, you know what? Actually, I'll just stay. And I was like, Isberg, you're a legend. Fairly loyal. There we are. I also then got Jon to talk to him, and Jon's like, just stay, mate. And he's like, yeah, not a problem. So Isberg's sticking around. Unless they give me 5.5 mil and he accepts the contract, he's not. The lucky last one's Philippe, and now Philippe's been kicking up a massive fuss saying, look, I want to leave. I don't care. I've only been here for 6 months. This is my time to leave. I want to play in a better division. Well, unless someone gives me a bid of 4 mil, I'm not selling him either. Because we have built quite a good squad here. And we can tell how well we've built quite a good squad by looking at our schedule. And there's going to be some results that go absolutely amazing. As you can tell in the league, we've got 3 games on FH and they're level with us. And our next league game is against FH. If you're looking up here, you can see a 1-1 result with Celtic. And you go, Celtic? Damien? What's going on? You'll see right now. When we last left on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it was KR and FH, right? So we got from here all the way down to the final to talk about. Dominating the league big time. In the 4th round, got Vethesri and knocked them straight off the side that we talked about before in our last episode. Knocking people off in the league, got to the quarterfinal of the Cup, and then the Champions League draw came out on stream. We got Derry City, very kind draw, beating Derry City 5-0 and 2-1 away. Vla, we beat in between. We did draw to Prototu. We were resting players for the Champions League and played our B side, and look, and nearly went arse up. And nearly gave us our nearly gave away our unbeaten run in the league so far. But we were 2-0 down. We got back to 2-2. Did dominate the game. Had to bring on Isberg and a couple of others, I think, to come on and try and get the 2-2. Then we got Shiva, who is an Israeli side. Now, if you compare Shiva to our side, like they got Adam Bodley and Gold. They actually played quite well for him. But if you give a quick flick through for players that are there. Look, they're on about the same level as us and maybe slightly better. And the league, the Israeli league's better than ours. So a lot of the players where they're very similar have very good values, like 975k. We've seen a mil, and so on and so forth. There's some good players there. It's gonna make me do this now, isn't it? There we go. Back to the schedule. Shiva, we knocked them off 4-0 away, and it was a great performance. Isberg was in sensational form. He's been flying, our young flying winger. We then played Bree, and we played a full-strength side against it because we beat Shiva 4-0 away from home. We should win at home. We played the kids again. When I mean the kids, like our weakened side, Rodrigo Moreno, Magnuson, Gunnarsson, Cullen Ed there paid, all these sort of the B-sides, and we beat Shiva. We then drew Celtic, and the stream and us were like, Celtic, we're going to get pumped. Celtic are lucky this is only 3-0. Isberg was a man on a mission, and if it wasn't for a spinner, 6.6, man, he put off like a triple save, a couple of saves from point-blank range. Leo should have had 2, and he denied both of them. We were on fire. I think they only had one highlight, and it was towards the end, and in the end, Arneson tipped it around the post sensationally to keep his clean sheet in the dying minutes of the game. And I said, look, we need to get in at 3-0 here. Dominate him off the park. It was sensational. I highly recommend for you to go back onto my Twitch right now and go to about 3 hours and, I think it's like 15 minutes in or so when we played this game. Unbelievable to watch it back. I'll make sure my Twitch streams are, watchable back for anyone that's on YouTube that's not a follower or subscriber. We're not at that stage yet on Twitch where I'm asking for people to subscribe to me for money. So you're more than welcome to just go follow for free and watch me for free, and it's all go good. And I quite like that as well. I'm doing this for enjoyment, not for, monetary purposes. But yeah, just so everyone can enjoy the journey. Crazy game to watch. Me in the stream, couldn't believe it. It's Celtic. We go through some of their players right now. Ospina, right? Railston, Scott Sinclair, didn't even play. I'm just going to click through. And you can see, like, Britton, Boate's a very good centre-back. Doherty, Mboa, Forrest, Enrique, Shane Long, Dong. Martinez is the backup keeper, is better than anything. Callum McGregor. If I'm going to go back to inbox, Hori, and fixtures, and go back to the Celtic game where we beat them 3-0, all right? If you go to the Celtic side, the person, man, Martin Isberg, Kay Kyria, just moved to Man United, right? Look how good he is too. And Isberg tore him to shreds, as in he ran rings around him. Moreno coming in late and also scoring another one. It was quite sensational. All my changes worked wonderfully. We then beat Poor in the Icelandic Cup 3-2. It was actually a very good game as my dogs start play fighting in the background. That's always fun. It's quite a good game. We played the kids in this one. As you can see, it's the first time you see MB's name, and he played quite well, got a goal. Just switching it around, trying to keep everyone fresh for the Celtic game, which finished 1-1. Very, very, in terms of the other game, we still kept the ball quite well, probably created a little bit more, but very dull game to put on Twitch, so to say. It was only like 3 key highlights, and 2 of them were goals, and that was it. Ospina pulling off a great save as well, and one of the other highlights, I think, earlier on as well. But we took the lead there, never got any problems. We then beat Sindri in the Icelandic Cup final. Sindri put up a very good fight. I think at one stage it was 2-1, and, they were pushing us, and they created quite a few chances, but in the end, our superiority shone. MB playing very well and setting up Moreno, who actually started. As you can tell, it was a slightly rotated side, not fully rotated, but rotated, and bringing Isberg off 63rd minute. Unfortunately, Gunnarsson, who has been growing sensationally, his determination is up to 10, still being tutored there, I think, by Guerrero. Picked up a knee injury, he's out for a month, so he's going to not be on the bench. Then the draw came out, and we had a lot of tough teams in the draw, and I asked for the Sparta Prague game, and they also had another team called that we've played before previously. If we actually go last season or the season before, might be the season before. This team here is the team we're talking about. They just lost the Sparta Prague just. I was asking for that time when it came out because there were some other teams that were sensational, and I was like, look, if we want to make it to the Champions League final, Sparta Prague or them is the team. In terms of this episode, it's just going to be the Sparta Prague games. Because we're so far ahead of FH in the league, we can even throw this game and probably still win the league. Look, I'm trying to stay undefeated. Going to play a weakened side in that one, depending on the results. Look, if we go beat Sparta Prague like we beat Celtic 3-4-0, then we might as well play a full strength side and then just play away at Sparta Prague. Look, I honestly wouldn't normally say this, where we would, where I'm about to say what I'm going to say. Normally, I would say, look, Sparta Prague, quite a good side. We're going to go through some of their players in a second before we get going. Look, they should beat us, But after dominating Celtic, this is Celtic we're talking about, Scottish football, extraordinaires, always make the Champions League group stage, it seems. After demolishing them, what can stop us? Let's be honest. This is HK. This is our time to get to the Champions League group stage, and I hope it is. In terms of everyone else playing well, everyone's playing well. Apart from that, no many injuries. We are losing money consistently, but that's about to change. As we know from last time, there is a fair bit of money going around for the playoff games which we're in. You can see we lose, we make 3.5 mil. If we win, we make 2.34, and then all the TV revenue and all that comes with it is sensational. But Sparta Prague, I didn't want Basel, and I didn't want Dynamo. I didn't want Copenhagen after what they did to us last time. I wanted maybe Salzburg or CSK Sofia, but Sparta Prague as well was not a bad pickup. I just didn't want Basel PAOK, who we couldn't get anyway because they were in the same seed as us, same with CSK. Copenhagen were seed 1 side, so we could have got them, and we didn't want to get them. Because of what happened last time. In terms of the transfers, I'll deal with that after this Sparta Prague game. We're going to move straight into it. And Beer's signing. Unfortunately, he signed 1 day too late to register him for these games, so he won't be playing for us. We're going to quickly put the side out there and change it all up. There we go. As we're going to put Silvio up there, Moreno for Leo Pauli. Oh, there is also a name that's missing is Alti. If we go to here, Alti wanted to leave because he wasn't playing first team football, and Avellino, I was asking for the 350k release fee. They didn't want to pay it. In the end, I gave him, look, just give me what he's worth, which is 110k plus some fees. I then said ask for maybe just 165k up front with some clauses if he does reach it. They were happy with that, and look, for me, that was a good signing. We're going to go back to the team though. Beers can't play obviously, so we're going to bring Trumley into there. We're going to bring Barlow onto the bench since we got a free spot now. And Philippe's probably going to come in for Halloran. This partnership's been working really well. Topuk's going to start with Gueritz, and Aurelia has been playing quite well in the league as well. That's the team that's going to start now against Sparta Prague. It's going to be an absolute cracker, no matter what way we look at it. Our board at the start of the year said, look, mate, the Europa League group stage, we're guaranteed that now, even if we lose, we're into the Europa League group stage. It doesn't matter. Look how many people wanted and got bids. We've been doing so much scouting. There's plenty of scouting happening as well. Trying to find cheap regens and everything like that. Any team basically is wanting my players. I'm just going to their hot prospects and going, okay, can I pinch you instead then? And generally speaking, look, they don't want to come, and I don't let my players go, and it just ends in a stalemate. Anyhow, enough talking. Let's get into this. I am hyped. This is going to be unbelievable. I'm filming after the Celtic game, so I want a massive high. Went and grabbed some KFC to eat some dinner at about 9:30 at night, and now I'm going to put this on, film this, edit this, put Wimbledon on, go to bed, and probably not be able to sleep if we get through this, because I'll probably be like, let's just get to the Champions League. Sensational. We're going to look through their team here. Nitya looks quite good. We're just going to flick through. Look at that. Oh, good player. Very good defensive midfielder. Actually think that Silvio's better than that Cam. Decent winger as well. They've got some decent players, don't they? Look at that. They have got some players. He's 18. We're scouting him. You should be scouting him. Wow, he's actually not too bad at 18. Yeah, well, we've got a scouting report on him. Just get another scout report. I'm just scouting anyone that's got good potential, and just hoping if they ever get released by free, we can pick them up. Even if they're not worth it, as we're back to Nita again. You're hopefully up, slow enough for you to see through. If not, you should have got the gist. They're 10 times better side than us. Same with Celtic, and look what we did to Celtic at home. So let's hoping for the same. I'm going to tell them, boys, look, I am going to tell you right now, I've been on a good run. Go and impress me. I have faith in you boys. I have full faith in these HK lads that they are going to produce on the big stage, because they deserve to. We deserve to make it to the Champions League group stage proper, and I think we will. The manager's high five, the Champions League songs going around the HK stadium. Can we take it to Sparta Prague? There's a slight colour clash. What are you doing your way for? Get them in their away kit. This is a travesty. Doesn't really matter, does it? And let's get going here against Sparta Prague. And we're starting to keep the ball well. This has been a hallmark of our whole European campaign, is the possession. We are playing teams off the park. 11 minutes in, Nita in goals is going to kick this one long. And can we win it? Our back four has been quite good in the air. Nishka, the 36k centre-back, who's been an absolute rock at the back. Wins the header, but it falls back to Sparta Prague. But Philippe wins that. Nishka with a good boy over the top to Leo Pauli. Pauli might be in here. He cuts inside. Pauli with the effort. Oh, it's just wide. It was a clear-cut chance for Leo, our Brazilian superstar. And it's still 0-0 after 30 minutes. But promising signs here. That's what Nishkin can do. He's a ball-playing centre-back by trade. And he does like that long switch ball. It's one of his traits. And he's playing quite a few of them to Leo Pauli or Moreno up front. And they have been working. But 30 minutes in, not as dominating as Celtic. But still, look at the stats. We're still dominating the game. Of course, one away goal might be interesting, and their left winger, their left fullback is in some trouble, and that might mean that Isberg might get some joy second half. Look, I'm happy to go in at 0-0 at half time right now. We are dominating the game, but look, if we can finish this game 0-0 and go away to Sparta Prague, if we score a goal, we're in good hands to make it there. I'm going to tell them I'm far from pleased from it though. They seem to respond only because I feel like we can play better. I don't know if that was their actual left back that's come off or not. We're about to find out. But there we are. Can we build from kickoff? Here we not. And it was their left back, so they got another left back bringing on. He looks pretty good, the winger, their full back. But I still rate Isberg to probably do some stuff. Nita will go long here from the highlights. I had a very few highlights. Topuk's on the booking, and I don't like it, but he's still good enough. And saying that Topuk's touch wasn't that great, but we do keep the ball. Nishka plays it through to Neves. Neves now finds Leo Pauli. Can Silvio make a good run? Instead, it's over the top to Isberg. It's a great first touch. Isberg cuts inside. Back to Trumner. Trumner can't get there, but can he keep it in? He can, but the clearance is going to go as far as Topuk, and that's the end of the highlight. Clear-cut chance there if Isberg put the ball across the box properly, and it doesn't keep it. Topuk's on a booking, and his fitness is dropping significantly, so we've got to take him off for Callum. We don't want a red card. This might lead to a highlight. I hate when this happens, except for if it's for us. Oriella, Silvio, can he pick a pass? Plays a nice little flick to Neves. Neves, pick your pass, finds Guerra. It's a square ball. I don't like that. It's playing square is not great for us. It allows them to press, but in the end, we're playing quite well. He found Neves. Neves has found Isberg, so to say. Oriella, Isberg's made a great run, but Oriella ignores it, and instead we keep the ball quite well. Nishkin's ball out the other side, top hook before he comes off. Can he do something quality? Instead, he finds Trumner. Trumner's ball. We're going to win a corner. It was a pointless highlight in the end, like they usually are. Made me commentate and waste my voice for nothing. It's starting to get a bit sore after streaming for so long. Few of the boys that played in the final are getting slightly tired, but I'm just hoping the momentum of the final carries them through right now. We can't take Neves off. Can't take most people off. Rank Noli, we're not going to take off at all. Leo Pauli's looking quite good. In terms of changes that we will make, is we might do this. Manus has been learning to play out wide until we found someone. We now found Mbia, obviously, but he plays as an inside forward quite well. Gets in a good space and has got good shooting for it. Fortunately, his pace and his passing is not quite there yet, but my coach reckons he can train there. As we're eking towards full time here, dominating the game, just can't put a clear-cut chance away. And for the last 5 minutes, Moreno's been in good goal-scoring form, so we're going to bring on for Leo Pauli up top and see if Moreno maybe can pitch us a goal late doors. We do have a highlight, but it's in their attacking half, a minute and a bit to go. Can we press him and win this ball? Instead, it's full of the cutting. If they score now, it's going to be hard. Janssen with a great save. We might pause and watch that one back, because keeping that at 0-0 is sensational from the keeper. We are going to pause and watch that one back, because I tell you what, I thought it was a goal. Instead, we're not going to watch that back. The game doesn't let me. Look, I want to watch that back, thank you. Look, this should be a goal. This is clear cut, and it would have been against the run of play. Kadlic there. Arneson makes himself big. Hasn't been keeping overly great of late, as we get a Twitch notification there that someone has followed. Thank you, Twitch. Look at the effort there. Arneson, though, makes himself big, flings himself to left. In the end, gets falconed, but it doesn't matter how you do it, son. Get it up there. Get the highlight back into where it needs to be. There we are. It's going to be full-time. 0-0. Look, judging by the stats, we should be slightly disappointed that we haven't won that game, but 0-0 against Sparta Prague, going away from home, a one away goal would change it. I'm going to tell them they were unlucky tonight, because they did play quite well. Some of the boys seem motivated. I'm going to leave the match now. We are going to come back for failure to make chances count. That is for sure. We're going to come back for the Sparta Prague game. We've got FH and then Sparta Prague straight after. And then we'll come and we'll show you the group stage draw, either if it's for the Europa League or the Champions League. Let's hope it's for the Champions League. I'm going to quickly cut this out and cut out the FH game. And I'll be back with you guys shortly. This is Damien. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Second leg action coming up in just a second. Welcome back, everybody, to the second leg here against HK and Sparta Prague. Look, we've got one game to go back over. Obviously, it was the FH game. We dominated it and won 4-1 here. As you can see, very rotated side. Obviously, had mines on the Sparta Prague game. Only person that wasn't rotated was Ragnoli, really. And I think that's really it. Like Jimmy started, but Jimmy's not going to start this one. Guerra at right back. Only reason Ragnoli really started and played 90 minutes was because obviously we have Gunnarsson out injured, and he carried us to this 4-1 win. He was absolutely sensational. Judging by the possession, we did quite well, but as knowing as FH do, they like to sit back and hit us on the break, and that's what they did. And look, the game was quite interesting when they made it 1-1 here in the 22nd minute, and then you just had that feel that maybe it was one of those games. But we did beat FH there, and it was quite comfortable in the end. We go back to submit the teams here, same lineup. We're not changing a thing. The Sparta Prague game last time was quite good. Disappointed now thinking back for the last 5 minutes that we couldn't nab a winner somewhere. Definitely played well enough to win. It would have been nice to take a win over to over to Prague, but now we got to go to Prague 0-0. Does mean an away goal here will probably send us through. Maybe it depends, obviously, what sort of Prague side rocks up. We know how good this side is, and they've gone like to like here with a 4-2-3-1 as well. Get straight into the team talk though, and we're going to give them a look. We're on a good run. I have faith in you. Just trying to G the boys up, and hopefully, this will be the time we make it to the Champions League group stage. We'll do the group stage draw as well, either for the Europa League or Champions League after this game as well. Let's just hope the boys put in a good performance and do the HK badge proud as we get underway and kick off here with Sparta Prague in the red, us in the blue, and we'll look to press and maybe get there first. But it looks like Sparta Prague will have the first highlight as they get a corner. We headed away with Trumner. Can the boys get up the line and press it and don't allow the ball to come back in? They do retain possession quite well though, Prague. And there we are playing between lines. In the end, it's cleared. And can it be cleared to Leo Poli? It can. And in the way, can we break? We know Isberg's quite good on the break, and it's a good switch to Trumner. Trumner's in some space. Good touch. Can he lay it across the box? It can. Neves is there. Neves scores, and it's 1-0 HK. That all-important away goal we talked about. And we are now 85 minutes away from the Champions League group stage. Couldn't you believe it? An Icelandic side and HK. Can we get there? Maybe we can. Come on, everybody. Let's believe. It was a good switch over the Trumner here, back post, and Neves tucks it at home, and it's 1-0 HK after 5 minutes, and nothing we didn't deserve in the first leg. But our first chance in the away leg, even though we had 17 of them in the first leg, and we are 1-0 up to the good, and Prague now know they must win on the night in 90 minutes in order to get through. None of this extra time and penalties. We will know after 90 if we're in or we're not. Trumner now, the ball over to him. It was quite a good switch there by Guerra to Neves now. Neves brings it out to Isberg, but it looks like Praga won that and they're going on the break. Can Guerra get in behind? He can, but it's a good ball over the top. But can Philippe deal with it? He can. The ball back towards Arneson. Arneson goes long now and look for Ragnoli. Ragnoli gets brought down, brings down his man who wins the ball. And in the end, advantage well played by the referee. It's a good ball through, but Guerra clears it. And Leo Poli's won that one now. And on the break, Trumner's there. Can the 2.5-star winger do it? Can he run down his line? He does. It's a good cross in front post. Neves cuts it. Isberg 2-0. And HK are flying after 17 minutes. 2-0 up against Sparta Prague. Prague now need 3. Are we going to the Champions League group stage final? I reckon we are. Maybe we're getting to the group stage. Look, I said we are. Prague are a good side compared to us, but maybe we're there. It's a great cutback from Neves, and we're 2-0 up, and we are flying, boys. The only 2 shots we've had in the game inside the 20 minutes, we have scored. Where was this in the first leg? We had 17 shots and couldn't put one in, and now we've had only 2, and we are 2-0 up to the good. Bringing the ball out from behind again, from the back, sorry, to Oriella, into Trumner's feet now, and we're keeping it so well. Prague can't get near us when we're in possession of the ball. Sensational stuff from the HK lads. As I say that though, they do win possession back and switch the ball out onto the left-hand side, and it looks like Kanga's going to bring a good ball over the top, and Pavlovic is going through, and his top hook on a booking already, he is, and we're going to be down to 10 men straight away. Pause the game. We are going to go defensive as anything. How do we want to approach this? Good old FM days. You can just do this now, make a switch, and it will come off. Well, we may as well let the red card happen first, and then think about a little bit of drama here, as we're going to be down to 10 men after 30 minutes. Prague need 3. Can we hang on? I feel like we're going to have to hang on here. Do we just park the bus right now? It's very tempting to do it. I'm very tempted to do this, and just play 2 up top, take Trumner off, and do that, and drop. See, I can't even drop one of these 2 back one line. I'm going to put Oriella on deep line playmaker on defend. Neves can stay on attack. Trumner's definitely going to come off for Edler now. And we're going to do this, I reckon. We're going to go on the counter and go at a higher tempo because I don't think we can sit back for so long. We're not going to look the play out. We're not going to look for the overlap. We're not going to look the work in. We're just going to pump it and exploit the right flank for Isberg. We're going to go more direct and pass into space, I reckon. In terms of being expressive, we're going to turn that off. We're going to be, instead of that, we're going to be quite flexible as well. We're just going to hopefully get in at half-time now. Maybe try and hit them on the break because they're going to have to push numbers forward. We're going to move Ragnoli as a poacher, I reckon. I reckon he can do it. Let's have a look what his best thing is. I reckon he's best as a target man. You can see why. I still think we maybe play him as advanced forward or a poacher. His poaching stats are not too bad. We might actually play him as advanced forward and put Leo as a poacher. It's very, very... I hate when Football Manager does this. Why couldn't it just be straightforward? Leo Poli will go as the poacher though. And that's what we're going to do, I reckon. We're going to have to play like that. Look for the right-hand side. I think both fullbacks now don't bomb on. They're going to just be fullbacks on defend, I reckon, now. And just really just tell them to keep the ball and keep a part of the back four and just lump the ball long up the line. As we're starting the choke, as we talk about it, it's a very interesting spot to be in, being down to 10 men so early. Just thank God we're already 2 goals up. Could you imagine if this happened at 0-0? I'll be tearing my hair out and going grey all over. Instead, that's the change we're going to make, and hopefully we can get in there half-time at 2-0 up. If Sparta Prague score before half-time, this is definitely game on, and we're definitely in probably some trouble. But hopefully we can get there. As well, we got a highlight. Leo Pauli puts it in back post, headed away, falls to Ragnoli. Can Ragnoli hit it? It's over the bar. It would have been a sensational goal. And if we went 3-0 up, it would 10 men. I would have been over the moon. Still another highlight though before half-time, and looks like Nita's going to kick this one long. I'm expecting Prague to really come out and show themselves, but Callum's won the ball here, and maybe can he release one over the top, maybe for Leo Pauli or Ragnoli. Ragnoli's there. Tell you what, Pauli's back post, and then he doesn't find him, unfortunately, and maybe it's a chance for Prague maybe to go on their break. Isberg going in wildly there. Was it Isberg or Guerrero? Someone was. Anyhow, they're in space, but now the ball long towards Isberg. It's cut out. Can Isberg win it? We can. And we've got numbers 4 here. Go Leo Poli. Poli's over the top to Ragnoli. Silvio Ragnoli, the Italian maestro, and he's put it wide. Roma in for him. I don't worry, we're asking for 15 mil. When finishing like that, they would never pay 15 mil, but we know he's our star boy. As another highlight comes here, we've actually had a few of the highlights with 10 men, but if Spartak score right now, it'll be a kick in the teeth, but it falls back to Ragnoli, a little bit lucky, and Isberg with the pace. Can he go down the line some? Instead, he finds Leo Pauli. Pauli still on the ball. Finds Isberg. It's a great ball inside to Neves! And that's free. Doesn't matter if we have 11 or 10 men on the field, we still carve teams up in the qualifying stages of the Champions League. We get 3-0 up with 10 men, everybody, in the 46th minute, 1 minute of added time. I was worried that it was going to be Prague that would now dominate us all, but look at the ball inside from Isberg, and Neves nails that one with his 9 finishing. It's a lie. It should be 20. He scores goals for fun, our centre mid. It doesn't matter with 10 men. We're 3-0 up. Prague being 4.5. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I think you can get the champagne off the ice and start popping it around. We are going to the Champions League proper, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it early. I'm just going to tell them I'm really happy with how it's going. I was trying to maybe get a little bit creative with the team talk, but look, why would you? We're 3-0 up. Just tell them you're doing a good job and keep doing the same things. I think we will. Hoping for a game with no highlights right now. Just get through the second half. Let us enjoy it. And let us get to the Champions League group stage draw in a day's time. As one of their key men gets injured there in Plasvik, and I reckon with the time ticking away, we are probably going to get there. Don't want to sit back and defend the lead though. Probably still too much time to be inviting pressure. And if they score 1, there's still enough time for them to score another 3. And we've seen it happen on Football Manager before. It's Fredrik's ball inside, and as we say this, Kane did the score, and it's now 3-1. There's still enough time for Prague. 3 goals, 2 goals right now for Prague is not enough. We'll get through on away goals, but they need 3. And only in the 60th minute, there's still enough time if they decide to really push men forward. That's why I'm happy to stay on the counter, because maybe if we can get 1 more, it's definitely game over. But with Prague scoring then, it's definitely still game on. And another highlight 5 minutes later, it would be nice if it's for us, but I don't know. Nishkin, Philippe's long ball looking for Ragnoni is cut out, and it looks like Sparta Prague are coming forward here, and we might be in some trouble if they score right now. Bender, though, he's ball wide. He's found Alsbich. It's cut out by Oriella brilliantly. Maybe we can go on the attack. Oh, the ball from Oriella's poor, and Sparta Prague will come back with it. In the end, Federiks, his ball, Bentner hits it over the bar. I've seen enough, I reckon, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to shut up shop, I reckon. Isberg's playing very well. Do we really want to take Isberg off to go more defensive? I feel like we have to. And if it goes, we can't go to extra time, so no matter what we do, it is the right move. I'm going to bring Brunt on. He's more of a defensive minded than Victor and put him on as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Neves is having the game of his life, and I don't really want to take him off. What we are going to do is we're going to take off Ragnoli, and we're going to put in another midfielder as well, and we're going to bring in Victor, and we're going to make all three change right now. We're going to put Victor on as defending. Look at that. We're definitely shutting up shop. We're going to go to defensive and just look to waste time wherever possible. We can't afford to concede another one. At a lower tempo, take a break, get deeper. Don't pump the ball, don't pass into space. Just look to keep the ball, boys, and not do anything with it. And just waste the clock. It's still too much time to be doing this, but really after watching that highlight there, we just need 10 minutes of 10 minutes grace just to kill the clock like we're currently doing now, just to make sure there's not enough time that Prague can come back into this. I think that's the best thing to do. If someone else gets sent off or there's an injury, so be it. As we get towards the 83rd minute, time's ticking away, ladies and gentlemen. I reckon we're through now. And the highlights have ceased, and that's pretty much it. We've got 2 minutes, 1 minute. There's got to be no time left. Everybody get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, HK are going to be in the Europa League. That was last season. HK are going to be in the Champions League group stage proper. The boys from Iceland have done it, and we're just waiting now for the referee to blow his whistle. Send us on the party bus, referee. Come on, mate. Hurry up and do it. It might be a highlight here for Sparta Prague. If they score right now, it would be a little bit of a downer to the party. But just blow your whistle, ref. Hurry up. It's already 30 seconds over time. I've got a Wimbledon semi-final to go watch. Come on, Banda. He hits it straight at Arneson. Arneson there holds the ball. Fitting that the young man will get the last touch, second to last touch, pulling off a key save in the 90th minute in the first leg against the runner play. If that went in, this would be a very different day. I'm very happy with the boys. We are there. Champions League group stage, everybody. The group draw comes up tomorrow. We're going to sim to that. Transfer offers coming in everywhere. 2.34 mil for getting there. Look, Top Pack's one of our best players. We don't care. Top Pack, Top Pook. He's one of our more important players. The fairy token, brilliant. It's brilliant. It was a great start from Neves. He was absolutely outstanding. We'll be keeping Neves forever. Don't worry. We're there. We get 14 million for playing in the Champions League. My club was worth 200k until then. 14 million, everybody. 17 million in the bank. This is absurd for a team from HK. Surely we're now like rich compared to everyone else. Secure. It doesn't really matter. How have we only got 14 million just then? Wow, everybody. Jaws dropping everywhere. Getting to the group stage now. We're going to draw. We're probably going to be seeded 4th. I don't care. I think the thing for the group stage is, look, can we get a group where we might be able to finish 3rd? Teams are drawing for other people. That's fine. In terms of money, I maybe ask the board for more money, but that's a time for another episode. We are seeded as 4th in the Grand Champions League draw. Everybody in your head, play the Transy anthems. I don't want to get done for copyright, so we won't put it out. Look, we don't want Group A. Very simply, we do not want Group A after looking at all that. Okay, we're going to have a look. We can get any one of these groups, as obviously with the own Icelandic team there. We can't play our nemesis in Copenhagen, thank God, who seem to beat us all the time. Group A, Bayern, Madrid, and Shakhtar. We don't want that, and it's Galatasaray against it. Sporting, Juve, and Red Bull, or RBB, from Germany. Look, it's not the worst group in terms of trying to finish 3rd. If we could maybe knock Sporting off or RBL, I think they're still better than us. Group C is another group of death, and Group D would be quite hard as well. So I reckon Group B is the best bet. Group B, Group E is not too bad. Look, Group B or Group E, anywhere else we're probably going to finish dead last and by a long way. We do get Group B, so everybody, we might get a 3rd spot there. We might even get top, but we definitely will be going to the San Siro to play Juventus. We'll draw the rest of the groups, but there we are in Group B in the Champions League. Juve, Sporting, RBL, and ourselves, the Icelandic little boys of HK with 2.5-star reputation, are there in the Champions League group stage. Get around it. Well, that will be the end of episode 11. As always, go like and subscribe, and also check us out on Twitch, because all these games will probably be played live because there's so much hype about it. It is the Champions League. HK are there. Everyone get excited. Give it a like. That is Damien done for another episode. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good night wherever you are, and thank you for watching HK. What an episode that was. Bit of stress, lots of transfer drama, but we are there, and the club is growing.